Alright, welcome back, guys. It's Richard again. Like I said, I'm back for race 2 of the season, rookie season. Finished 14th at Daytona, unlocked a garage space, and now I'm working towards 20,000 to buy that 1 horsepower. Okay, it's amazing how 20,000 gets you 1, but 75 will get you 1.5. Okay, like I said, I am 14th in the standings. I just thought of the new NASCAR game will be very interesting with stages. It's gonna be exciting. Okay, so here we go. Atlanta. Hot Atlanta. I don't usually practice at some of these early tracks because I've driven them before. Once I get later in the season and I'm at a place like Darlington that I haven't really driven, I will put down a few practice laps from the qualifying. I haven't really raced Darlington. I don't think I've put many laps down at Kentucky. Not sure if I've run Homestead. But yeah, I think I have run Homestead because it was I did a small 6 or 12 race championship. I don't know if I've done any road courses on this game, but you guys will be able to experience that and hang in. Once again, I am racing on normal, 7% of a race with 4 times tire wear and fuel usage. That way, that's a pretty good qualified time for this car. That way I can at least get 1 pit stop.
Hampton, Georgia, home of the Atlanta Motor Speedway. This is Rick Allen bringing you the Folds of Honor Quick Trip 500. The mania of Daytona is behind us, and now the regular season really kicks in.
Alright, here we go, guys.
The race is going green. Here's the green flag. Carlo.
Quick off the jump on here.
Clear low.
Bottom of the track. I'm not used to these old cars. Keep forgetting this is an old game. I was gonna say Ty Dillon. Changing mirrors. Oh, a little bumpy right now. The Bonzi just went top to bottom, huh? That was crazy.
Hold your line. Car high.
There we go. Austin, don't run me in the grass, Austin. Chase just had a few
All
drill.
high. All clear. You're all clear.
Pretty good now. I can settle in. Bernard in front of me. I feel like on most of these Atlanta's pretty easy to run until your tires go away. But I feel like on these easy intermediate tracks, this car is easily a 15 to 20 place car until I can get some engine improvements into it. And then I got guys like Truex Jr. behind me. Probably qualified bad. Usually how it works too. I usually...
All clear.
Oh, I hit the wall. Oh wow, man. So yeah, I'll usually qualify and then the start of the race. I don't know what happened to Truex. He's on ass though. Not sure what happened for qualifying for him, but he did not get a good time. He is on the move. And it seems like every race, there's always at least one veteran. I guess they try to make it realistic. Always one veteran driver that goes to the back of the field and then zooms up. Trying to do his best Kyle Larson impersonation. I've been very impressed with Kyle Larson this year. I've been impressed with all of the young drivers, really. Eric Jones has been really good in that 77 car. Brian Blaney is a straight stud in that Wood Brothers car. He makes young mistakes like any young driver does, but he definitely is going to be a talented driver for a long time. My boy Chase, I'm a Chase fan. He's been in the position at least 3 or 4 times. He could at least have 5 wins throughout these first 2 years, but just running out of gas, bad calls. I was really pissed when he got spun out at Talladega in 3rd place. That sucked. I was at the Coke 400 at Daytona. Chase had a great car. He just drove past Dale Jr. on that first lap to take the lead. He had a great car, and then he had some issues. Got stuck. It's whatever. He'll win some races. Kind of disappointed that he hasn't won any, especially when Casey Kane's winning Brickyards, but it'll come. He's got talent. He's got a very good car. Some of the cars he's been driving have been Gordon's cars. I don't remember I think it might have been Pocono. Early, like in June, he actually drove one of Gordon's old cars there. So he has good cars, has a good team. I've always had questions about Gustafson as a crew chief, even when he was Gordon's crew chief. I don't know, I don't really think he makes good calls sometimes. It seems like every time there's a green flag pit stop, Chase is always one of the last 5 or 6 cars to come in, and then the other cars are gaining anywhere from tenths to full seconds on Chase every lap because he stays out so late. It irritates me. I'm like, dude. Obviously, I don't know their strategies, but as an avid fan, I can see every race Chase pits. He always loses a couple positions on the green flag stop, and it irritates the hell out of me. It'll be interesting to see how Alex Bowman does in that 88 car next year. See if he can just step in and do some great things. I was really disappointed with the Brickyard. Chase's car blew up. That sucked. He's tied for top 10s among drivers without wins, but the way it's looking right now, he's very well possibly not going to make the playoff. It's because there's been 12 different winners. So I think there's 5 races left, I think. So 12 through 22 races is pretty crazy. We'll see.
You're all clear.
He definitely deserves it. When we started the season, him and Kyle Larson were just on fire. Them boys were top 5s, top 10s out the wazoo. And then Chase had a few bad finishes. I think that Talladega wreck kind of started it, honestly. Kyle Larson has just had a crazy year. Truex has had a crazy year. Kyle Busch has been dominant to the point where he could be better than Truex or Larson if he could just get his ass in the victory lane more than he's had plenty of chances. So it's been a crazy season so far, and it looks to be getting a lot better with the playoff coming. Playoff's going to be interesting. So Martin Truex is basically guaranteed that first round with all the damn playoff points and stage points he has. Goodness. Kyle Busch is coming on though. Like for the first part of the year, he was struggling, but now he's been winning poles, winning stages. So he's coming on. It's not like he's like been garbage. He just hasn't been the Kyle Busch that everybody expects. Jimmy's been off and on. Jimmy's always in contention for a race. It's never like, I mean, I was a big Gordon fan back in the day, but at this point in Gordon's career, Gordon just wasn't in races like Jimmy's in races. Jimmy is always in a race, never out of a race.
Slow down.
I'm gonna go really slow into the pits so I don't get a penalty. I don't remember how many laps I had left, so I'll just take the full 2. And I'm gonna do no tires. And I'm gonna go ahead and loosen it up a bit. 10 laps to go. Damn it, I was gonna do 1.5 cans. Oh well. Yeah, Jimmy is always in contention for a race. It doesn't matter what's going on. He's always in contention. This past, not the last, but the second to last restart at the Brickyard was crazy when Jimmy took him 3 wide. That was intense. And then, so they start the race, or they start the restart, and Jimmy's smoking, and then they're like, oh, I think Jeff Burton or Steve Letarte was like, oh, there's a lot of smoke coming out of Jimmy's car, and then that crazy fat dude on the teleconference, whatever, telecam, was like, Jimmy's blowing up. He said he's blowing up. Get around. I think it was right before turn 3, or right in turn 3. Jimmy spins it out into the wall. Post-race interview. I'm not sure if it was blowing up. You said that on the radio, bro. It's all good. I don't know, I'm kind of a Jimmy hater. Like I said, I'm a big Gordon fan, and I feel like Jimmy came on when Gordon was late. I don't know what I did to this car, but I think I might have jacked it up. It's not handling like it was earlier. But so yeah, like I'm a big Gordon fan. Jimmy came on when Gordon was basically like towards the middle of his prime. Like I think it was like 2002, I think, when Jimmy came around, 2003. But I honestly feel like Rick Hendrick invested so much into Jimmy and kind of left Gordon hanging a little bit. Like Gordon could have won more races. I feel like he could have won another championship if the same like stuff would have been put into Gordon as they were putting into Jimmy, because Jimmy, like, there was a stretch where Jimmy had those like 4 straight championships, or however many he had in a row, but he's always had Chad Knaus. And I remember when that was going on, Gordon just had like a new crew chief every other year. Like they just couldn't keep consistency going on. And I was just like, man, he's just like leaving Gordon hanging out. And like, I don't know, like I said, I'm Gordon all the way, but honestly, I can admit, I think Jimmy's the better driver. Jimmy's shown it. He's shown the ability. Dude's won 7 championships. And he ain't going anywhere either. I'm about to hit this wall. Oh wow. Come on, Blaney. That was kind of my fault. Alright, yeah. Car's not turning. Should have left it alone. I took the wedge down too, that's the thing. I tried to loosen it up, but tightened it up. It also, no, I know what it is. It's my tires. Oh God, look at that. That's probably why I was in 13th position, because I didn't take tires. Everybody else took tires. That's the kind of strategy I was talking about. A short race like this, and I mean, it's a video game, so I can afford to skip on tires. Look at this dude. He's flying. Don't wreck me, Tony. Don't wreck me. I got 3 laps. This tire should hold. I'm gonna probably end up losing a lot more than I would have if I would just took tires, though. Learning lesson. Next time I'll know. Alright, I'm down to 19.
Watch those tires.
Oh no. I think it'll go down to about 8% before it blows, so I think I'm okay. Keep Chris Buescher right there. Oh man, I kind of just gave all my being to that one. Oh no, it's wearing down. Damn, Buescher, how slow are you gonna get, bro? Just totally gave that away.
You're all clear. You're all clear.
Got one more lap to go. I think I'm just gonna run this tire till it blows.
Watch those tires.
I'm at 9%. It's probably gonna blow. Honestly, I should probably start take my spot and move. It's gonna blow though. I'm at 8%. I don't know how the hell my car is just so much faster than them right now. That's one of those inconsistencies of this game that I'm not a big fan of.
Car high. You're 3 wide.
I'm just gonna run on and bring it to the wall. Yep, blue tire. I'm still in the race. Look at that. Still went. Oh, come
Down
on.
towards the key point.
Got lucky on that one. If I'd have been playing simulation, I'd have been out. Okay, 10 grand. 15 points. Finish that event. Sweet. Alright, so now I have 2 sponsors. I have my main sponsor, which is Moog. So that's the car sponsor. Then I have other sponsors. So basically, what my secondary sponsors, I can predict my position. So if I lead a lap, I'll get $5,200. If I qualify 20th, I'll get $3,500. And if I finish in above one of these spots, I typically will keep it around 30, just because you never know what's going to happen. Cash do I have? I have $12,000. So after Vegas, I'll be able to update my horsepower. Jimmy Johnson, 6, 7, and 10. Some bitch. Yeah, dude's a stud. And I don't know if I mentioned this already. When I went to the Coke 04 or the Coke 400, he was doing fan interviews at the Chevy trailer, and basically he's like, I just signed a contract extension. I plan on doing this for at least another 7 years. I'm not going anywhere. And then at that point, I was like, oh, he's breaking Gordon's record. or not record, he's passing Gordon on the wins. And he's most likely going to get another championship. I don't see Jimmy racing for another 7 years and not winning a championship. It's just, I don't know, he's just really good. And he has all the resources he needs. Rick Hendrick will do everything he can to put Jimmy in a winning car, so there's no excuses for Jimmy. But I mean, NASCAR, like, I don't know, it feels like it's going, I feel like it's getting better, honestly, as far as the drivers go. Because I just feel like the star power hasn't been there for a while. Back in the day, we had Earnhardt, Jarrett, Gordon, Mark Martin, Rusty Wallace, Ricky Rudd, Sterling Marlin, all those guys. Darrell Waltrip. Mike Waltrip was pretty good on restrictors. So, just had all those good drivers. And then for a while, I don't know, just didn't really seem like we had a lot of star power. And then when Kevin Harvick moved to the Ford, that put him way up top. Brad's been always pretty good. Pagano's been pretty good. Clint Boyer had a couple good years, and then he just, I don't know what happened to him. Greg Biffle's always been pretty steady too.
Today, the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series rolls into the Las Vegas Motor Speedway for the Cobalt 400. I'm Rick Allen, and today the season really starts to heat up as 40 of the world's finest drivers prepare for 267 laps of hard driving action.
267 is an exaggeration. It's more like 32.
The race is going green. There's the green flag.
32 from the back. Alright, 19. I lied.
Still there.
We're pressing. Thought I would have had more chance. Look at this. They just drove away. I've been full throttle the whole time. Pedal down. Slowly I gain my speed.
Still there. Car high.
Finally up to the top. And then they...
Clear high. Car high. Clear high.
Alright. McDowell's actually been pretty good this year. He's been running solid in quite a few races. He's been, I think at least 5 or 6 races, he's been top 10. It's pretty good for a small team like him. I think, yeah, in Indy he was 5th place until they got greedy, until Brad Kay. Obviously, we're going off the speculation from what Jeff Burton was saying, but Brad Kay's waving out the window, like, push me, and McDowell and Bain pushed him. McDowell basically pushed Bain into Hamlin.
Still there.
Hamlin had Kane off the ground. And then Bain took out a bunch of cars. He went out, McDowell went out, so that was 2 of the top 5. And then the damage that Hamlin got from Bain swerving and bumping into him put Hamlin out of the race at the end.
Clear high.
Thank goodness. The thing is, Brad's won a race this year. I mean, he was in a position to where he could be aggressive.
All clear.
Because he has won that race, but the other drivers were like, I need this race. The lane choice is suspect too. I don't understand. Kane drove his heart out though. I was impressed with that. And then you see Truex drive deep down into 2 and just lost it. Or I think it was 1. I think it was turn 1 that they crashed in. totally lost that car. He was pissed, like swinging that air and cussing probably. Yeah, man. Took out the best car, took out his car. Truex is definitely impressed this year. I never really thought Truex was that good of a race car driver, but obviously he just needed a better team or a more developed team. And he's been with that sponsorship for a while, that team. So he just needed that team to develop a little bit. But once they developed, Truex has been pretty damn good. That's another dude, man. He's never out of a race this year. Unless he puts himself out. That was a fun car. Couldn't tell who it was. It looked like the 34. See, that's the issue with this game. Like, if there was a car sitting on the apron on the white line like that, NASCAR would have a caution out in a heartbeat. But nope. And the AI is often so, like, out of everything where that dude will just turn up onto the track, knock out like 3 cars. Still no caution. I'm like, what is going on? Sorry if you hear that screaming. Like, children like to scream. So basically this is what we get used to for this season. 20th is about the average spot that we'll be in. There will be some races where I'll be top 10, other races where I'll probably be somewhere near 30, just to be honest with you. Typically, with my luck, I try to be a conservative person, so typically I will project like a top 30 finish, and then I'll knock out like a top 20. I'll be like, great. And then so the next time I'll up it to 25, and then I will finish 32nd. I'm like, come on. It's just how it works for me. Okay, so I got 52% on the tire. How many laps left? I've run 10. I've run 11. And it's about 50%. So 22 will be 0. I mean, technically I can run these tires down again. Car head's fitting. Go ahead. Fit too. The brakes are by far my biggest complaint with this game. So I lose a lot of time on pitting just because I want to be conservative about it. I'm only going to take 1 can. Hopefully it's not a bad call. You know what, I'll take 2 tires because last time I did not take 2 tires and I got murked. I think 1 can will be alright. I guess we'll see when I get back on the track. I have 8 laps left and I have 6 laps of fuel. Goodness. I'm usually always trying to gain something in the pits. Oh, I got plenty. 12 laps left. And it's 7 laps to go. And I have fresh tires on the right side. So I'm good to go. Alright. Be nice if I could. Obviously I'm gaining time on the cars that haven't pit. I'm ahead of Kyle Busch already though. I guess I was one of the first cars to pit. I did have like 6 laps left. He's pitting. At least it looked like it.
Car hit is pitting.
Yep. He gave me a bigger notice than that. Am I still on that bump? I am. Hopefully they take tires, because if they don't take tires, I just lost 5 or 6 seconds off of the pace. Luckily it's a pretty small track where I should be able to get all the way around, and they're coming out of the lane. Yep. Half of them are still on the pit lane.
5 laps to go.
Where do I shuffle in? I'll probably get right behind the yellow car. Nope. Wow, past me. Okay, about right where I was. 23. See if I can run down Bane. Nope.
All clear. Clear low. All clear.
That's the thing with this game, like I should not be able to drive by cars like that. They're coming right off pits. They've been out for a full lap now. They should be up to race speed. I shouldn't just drive past people like that. How many laps do I have left? 3 laps. Actually, I don't know. I just gained 0.6 of a second on Kyle Larson on that one rough stretch. So 2.9 coming out of the corner. Again. So I gained 1.4 seconds in 1 lap on Kyle Larson. So technically I could catch him unless the cars balance out. Not a bad corner there. Gotta run off the corner though. Looks like I'm going to be right on him going into turn 1 or coming out of turn 2.
Last lap.
I won't catch Truex though. So let go and drive out of it. Yeah. Okay, so turn 3 and 4, if I can catch him at all. I kind of balanced out a little bit once I caught up to him. Nope, not gonna get him. Drive into the wall. Couldn't. Okay. So 19.
That's towards the finish point.
I feel like if I finish around 20 every race, and then I sprinkle in some high teens, maybe a couple top 10s, I might actually have a chance to hit the chase, because there's going to be other cars that just don't always finish in the top 10 or the top 15. Where am I at? 16. So if I were to get a top 10 next race, it'd bump me back up. Who won? Who won that? How did it look? go to the standings real quick. Alright, so 3 races in. Brad K's got 2 wins. Kevin Harvick has 1 win. 4 points separating them. Carl Edwards and Jimmy Johnson tied for 3rd. Kurt Busch one behind. Dale Earnhardt Jr. having a crazy out-of-body experience at number 6. Chase at number 7. And then, yeah, so it's basically all the guys you would expect to be there. Dale Earnhardt Jr. wouldn't be that high, typically. Alright guys, I'm gonna cut it off right here. Actually, let me go to the team, buy the milling real quick. Alright, if you enjoyed the video, go ahead and give it a like, subscribe, and stay tuned for races 4 and 5 at Phoenix and California. Alright, till next time, take it easy.